Hi, Joel, State 48 Exotics. How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and I'm going to record this because I'm buzzing. This is the 10th clutch of the season. This is one of my most anticipated clutches. The female is just a straight up clown, but she's a beautiful, brilliant, amazing clown. She was bred to a male that I brought from Aussie. It wasn't a cheap male. He was quite expensive, but for me it was about upgrading the genetics in my collection. The male is a super orange dream Mojave Firefly het clown. So everything's going to be orange dream. We've got Mojave, pastel, and we've got fire. So we can make some amazing combos and babies, and obviously we've got the clown in the mix as well. One of my favorite combos that Aussie produced using these genetics was a orange dream pastave clown. That blew my mind, and when I saw that, I asked Aussie. Aussie said he'd got this male, and this was the male I brought. I will show him once we do the egg cutting video, but for now I want to share this, collecting this clutch, and also give you some hints and tips. But for now, let's check out this clutch. So with this view, you'll be able to look down upon the female, and you'll be able to see that she's sort of like made this nesting area, and she's found the perfect temperature to lay those eggs. Now I need to get a holding bin without her sort of disturbing her too much. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our trusty hook, okay, and we're just going to try and snap her out of the defensive mode. So as you can see, she's about to lunge forward. She's kind of interested. Her body language is telling me that she's defensive, but she's curious. This girl, for me, you know, I love this girl. She's one of those that I'd never get rid of. Just an absolute brilliant female, feeds really well and provides some beautiful clutches. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to locate the tail end, and we're going to locate the pointy end. The pointy end is the part that bites. So what we're going to do, we're going to distract her by tapping her on the head. Good girl. There you go. You can see she's currently snapped out of it. Good girl. Good girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's done. Good girl. Come on. Okay. So she's completely empty. So we'll get her in a little holding bin. Let's take a look. Now I've pushed the tub back because when the tub comes out so far, it will tilt and one of the eggs is loose. So literally the way I do it is the way they lay is the way they stay. The only thing I do, I will use a hatch tray if the eggs are all loose. So we have, and they are big eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beautiful, 9 beautiful pearly white eggs. Let's get the egg box and get them set up. Now all I'm doing, I'm just gently pulling them from the bottom because we don't want them to rip, like so. There we go. Arrange them in the egg box. Put a peg in there. So literally how they lay is how they stay. Get that cleaned up. And as you can see, there, none of the eggs touch the sides or the top when the lid's on. I try and put them in the middle of the incubation box, just for even heat distribution, and that's it guys. I'll print the label off, I'll put that on. 55 days, let's check out and see what we got. So one of the processes I do after I've taken the eggs out, I'll get a new tub or her tub reset back up. I don't want to clean her and then put her back in her old tub. So what I'll do while she's just chilling in a little holding bin, I'll take all the old Repti chip and I'll put it in this tub here, and this gets recycled in the garden. So let's see how many people remember these. These were the original 35 litre CB70 tubs that was used for years and years in the rack side of things. This is where, you know, Vision, Freedom Breeder, ARS built their tubs from. These are the originals. You don't see them anymore, you can't get them anymore, or nostalgic should I say, but for those who've been in the industry long enough, you'll remember these. So I use the old ceramic bowls or dog bowls that you can get from any pet store, and these are absolutely awesome. The reason for that is they're dishwasher proof. I can stick them in the dishwasher if I need to, but these hold and house the 8-ounce plastic deli cup perfect, and again the snake can't knock it over and move it around and all that sort of good stuff, so they work absolutely awesome for me. So when I put the new bedding in the Repti chip, I just basically put a thin layer at the bottom. I try not to use too much because again, if the substrate is too wet or damp, then you'll get too much humidity. My substrate, I tend to keep it more of like a 50-50. As it gets stored in the container, it sort of dries out quite nicely to the point where it's almost like 50% damp, 50% dry. So that's perfect. The next thing I do is I get the house in there, or the hide, and we get that in so she's got somewhere nice to curl up in. New house going in. All these are cat litter trays. They are £1 from your local pound shop and they work fantastic. Just cut a hole in them and they work absolutely awesome. So there we have it. New setup ready for the female. So here she is guys, the mom of the hour. She's clean, ready to go back in her tub. Now the way I clean them is I use fairy washing up liquid. I don't get it around the face area, I just clean the backs and just make sure that it's all washed off. I find that the fairy washing up liquid is a real good little trick to get them back on food. All my females that have laid eggs, which is all 10 now, are back on food and smashing it. So I'm going to weigh her now and put her weight into the Repti scan, into the reptile scan, Repti scan, whatever you want to call it. I'm also going to record the clutch, obviously the father and the mother, and get a label printed for that and put that on there just so we've got the data. And that's really it guys. I'm absolutely over the moon. This is one of my anticipated clutches for this season, and so far so good. I've got a few more clutches due in the next few days, but this is the first real heavy hitting clutch and I'm absolutely over the moon, hence why I've showed it you guys. But for now guys, I'm going to leave you to it. Hope you enjoy your bank holiday weekend, if that makes sense, because I may release this a little bit later. Remember, keep your family safe, stay indoors, save lives, and I'll see you guys in the next one.